Hey guys, it's T, and it has been forever since I recorded a video. This week's video, if you saw the title, is about how I travel so much. Now, I've touched on this a few times in different videos, but I never really told you guys like where I got the coinage from, what the numbers was looking like, and how you can make that a reality for you. But before I get started on the video, I want to give two kind of major announcements. So the two main things that I feel like I've heard for the last almost 2 years from various people has been, number one, either asking me, girl, how you travel? I ain't got no money. I wish I could travel like you. I wish I could do that. And I try to give little bits of advice. And I finally decided to just compile all of that into a downloadable guide. It helps you trip plan and just goes through the steps that I go through every single trip. It talks about how you save those coins. Saving coins before you leave, saving coins while you're traveling. And the third piece of the guide is actually the Excel spreadsheet that for me has been the most helpful. I know there are 1,000 apps to save money. None of those ever really worked for me. This is more or less the spreadsheet that I've used for the past decade. Got me through college, paying my bills. This has got me saving from travel. The entire package is called the Somewhere Always Travel Planning Guide. What you should do to save budget travel trip, download this guide and really use the Excel spreadsheet. Like, I use it for everything. And the second thing I hear quite frequently, oh my god, you seem super cool, I wish I could travel with you. And it's kind of been in the back of my head, and I finally am putting it out into the world and really freaking out about it. I am launching my first Somewhere Always group trip, my Somewhere Always adventure. I am going back to Spain next July, back where it all started. And so if you are a brown or Latina girl and you want to travel but every other travel group is really taupe, and you want to be with people that look like you, then come along. I would love to have you. It's going to be me, some of my friends, and I'm opening up to my Somewhere Always clan. So if you've ever said, girl, I wish I could travel, but I don't have no one to go with, this is your trip. I tried to keep it affordable. Like, at the end of the day, it's a trip and it's going to cost a little bit of money. And I'm sorry about that. 5 nights, 4 days, 3 cities. If you're interested, click the link below. Whew, okay, announcement's done. Let's get into the video. So I never set off to be a world traveler. People now will like pack their bags and be like, I'm gonna travel the world. That was totally not where I was at. Maybe at some point I'll make a video about why I actually moved to Spain. In any case, I started traveling kind of by accident. Whenever anyone asks me or tells me I want to travel, I don't know how, I don't know what I can do, I always say stay in school, finish college, and then you will have like a free ticket to wherever you want to go because you can get a job as a teacher. If you want to go to Asia, obviously Korea and Japan are two of the biggest, countries that do it. Japan has the JET program. I believe they do have a few private academies. And then in Korea, obviously, they have EPIK, which is like a huge Korean program. And also you can teach at a Hagwon, which is what I did. In Spain, they have a bunch of programs. I actually did a video on teaching in Spain. Vietnam also does teaching programs. If you want to go to Eastern Europe, I can't think of the name of the country. What's the name of the country? Literally, the entire world does programs. Teaching in Latin America is fairly simple. There's a lot of independent academies. To teach in Latin America, a lot of people have to like go there first. I know like in Panama, my family's country, a lot of the academies only hire if you're already in the country. So you gotta go kind of on a whim and hope to find something. For me, teaching abroad was the catalyst and really the vehicle for me to travel abroad. I spent about 1.5 years in Spain and 1.5 years in Korea, and it allowed me to, in that time, to travel to about like 14 countries. I always get my country count wrong. For me, when I went to Spain, I saved like crazy. Like, I saved almost 5 grand before I went to Spain. Like, she played no games. When I moved to Korea, however, it was a different scenario because I knew I had the job and I felt very secure. The Lord was with me. I had my credit card just in case. I don't know the exact number. I'm gonna be honest, I've forgotten. I think I had closer to like 5 and change, which was not the smartest idea. Like, that could have gone really wrong. I also was an au pair for a summer. When I lived in Spain, I was an au pair outside of Barcelona. I think au pairing is like super great. I gotta be honest with y'all, right? Being an au pair was really great, except for taking care of some badass kids. Au pairing, you don't make a ton of money, so if you work an au pair, I would say save a couple coins before you go, so the weekends you have free, you can travel on. I did get to go like around Barcelona with them though, so I got to travel, maybe not international travel. When I came home, I found it so much more difficult to travel. You're probably only getting like 3 or 4 weeks of vacation a year, unless you're a teacher or like you work at a university or something like that. So one thing I do just want to let you guys know of that I didn't do because she ain't got that kind of stamina or energy or the edges to spare, really. Teaching online is a big way that I know so many people are able to travel. If you have a job that you can do remotely, girl, you're good. Like, you can travel anywhere. I don't have a job I can do remotely, so my travel has been much more difficult. It's why I don't travel as much as some other travel bloggers. And it's honestly why I hate using the term travel blogger, because I'm like, yo, I lived abroad and travel is a big part of my life. But that's not all I do, and I can't do it that much because she has a desk and her job is fixed. And you know, gotta save these vacation times for this trip to Spain in July. I think people confuse travel with automatically meaning international travel, and I did that for a while too. What I've been working on doing is finding conventions, professional related things that I can convince my boss that this is not time off. This is actually educational. One, that means that in the free time I have or on that weekend, I get to travel into a new city in the States. And also I'm actually developing myself professionally, so it's worth it. Since I've been home, I took 2 trips. I went to Cuba in January of this year, and I went on a cruise in August of this year. Cruises are expensive. Like, cruises feel like a very gluttonous American thing to me. And maybe it's because I was on a cruise with gluttonous Americans. But since I've been home, for me, budgeting is the only way I can afford travel. Budgeting and planning. Nonetheless, that is how I travel. I like to budget. I like to save. I have done the go somewhere with a few $100s in your pocket thing. And for me, how I travel so much, get my life, prioritize, and save my coins. So, I will see you guys next week with another video. I'm actually gonna see you guys next week. I'm not just gonna say it and not pop up. Like, for realsies. See you guys next week. Bye!